Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. When I first started YouTube, we never did this. We never streamed this way. So hopefully you guys can see me. I don't have any other device in here to help me with this. So I need to, okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. Live chat. There we go. Haley, hello. The first name I saw. Emma, Sophie, Rain. What's up, you guys? I love that the beginning of my live streams are always a train wreck, no matter what happens, no matter what I do. Hi. So I'm going to paint my face because it looks like a potato right now. Look at my shirt. It says, I hurt you. I was not expecting you to see this much of me. I thought I was going to do it in, portrait. You like my ink? Thank you so much. It took a lot of time, a lot of money. So, okay. Why do you never go live on the other page, Jess? On my main channel, it's just my YouTube strategy. That is all. Cute potato. You're a cute potato. How many hours did the sleep take? You mean years? Girl. It took years. It took like 4 years to finish it. So, it was a labor of love. Okay, got my mirror right here. What are you most proud of? Oh my gosh, like what tattoo or like what thing in my life? I'm most proud of being a mom. It's my most important job is motherhood, and I love it. And it is the hardest, most challenging, most rewarding, difficult, emotional thing that I'll ever do ever. So yeah. Let's start with my eyes. Finally caught me live. Yay. So if you guys saw the microblading video, I was like super freaking excited about it, not realizing that like, okay, this is still work, but this is the eyebrows I woke up with. So that's amazing. That's amazing. I do still have to fill them in though. Not that anyone asked me that. I thought I would just inform you that you still do need to like touch them up or fill them in afterwards. I don't know if it was my fault. They got so itchy. Like I just wanted to like dig into my skin for like a really long time. Yes, I'll keep the live. You can go on about your business. Thank you for the super chat, Alex. I'll keep the live up. You can watch it later. I'm blurry. There's little dots on the screen. If you hit them, you can change what thing you're watching, whether that's 1080p if that's available, or you can change it to a higher setting. You can also change the speed in which you watch my videos. I don't know if anyone knew that. So I do that all the time. I change the speed so that it sounds like it's ×2 when I'm watching videos because I just don't have time. I don't have time for it. Just change it to 480. It should be able to change it. You should be able to change it to 720. I don't think this is going to be in 1080p. So helpful to speed watch videos. I know, literally. Like who has time? You know what I mean? Hey, Ashley. Yes, hit the like button. Smash it. Okay. I love this one. This palette from Raw Beauty Christie. I think I'm going to do the greens. How's your book coming? Listen. Are you and Reese still an item? I am not an item. I'm a human. Reese and I are still together. But y'all will be the first to know if we're not. What did I do to Kim? I'm so confused. I don't know what you're talking about. I am friends with Kim, but if she decided to block you on her channel, that's on her. I have no control over that, and I'm sorry. I have no control over who my friends block, but I always support them. You know what I mean? Like, YouTube is really hard, and I don't think people understand unless they do it, right? But YouTube is very mentally exhausting. It's very time consuming. It literally is a full-time job. And yeah, sometimes I think in the beginning, it's hard to go back and forth. In the beginning, it was very hard to handle the criticism. And now it's like, fine. Okay, you don't like my teeth or my face or how I talk or my clothes. I heard you. Now it's like, whatever. But if you can get over that hump where it's like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. Everyone is criticizing every single thing that I do. Once you get over that and you realize, wait, not everyone is criticizing me. There are people that support me. There are people that agree with me, because not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's going to agree with everything you say, especially if you talk about controversial shit like I do. Once you get over that, it's amazing. But it's a process, you know. There was a time in my YouTube life that I almost deleted my entire channel. I was receiving death threats, and it got really, really hard. And I got over that. And I'm not saying that I don't have challenges still in my YouTube life, because I do. Sometimes it's definitely really hard. TikTok is really hard. I don't know why I decided to get on TikTok. I'm crazy. TikTok is tough, but I love it. And even though there are some cons, there's a lot of pros, and you know, the good far outweighs the bad. In my personal opinion, it's not for everyone. I've had friends start YouTube and then decide very quickly, nope, absolutely not. This is not for me. You know, and then I've had friends that start YouTube and love it. So it's definitely not for everyone. I do not feel like YouTube is a drug. I feel like YouTube is it's my job, but it's also my passion, and it's also something that I genuinely love. And even though it is a lot of work, they say that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, right? And I believe that. So I'm not just doing YouTube anymore. I'm doing a lot more stuff. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to do something for Adam Monroe. I just remembered. But I'm breaking into motivational speaking. I have a TED Talk coming out in 6 days. I'm writing an autobiography. You know, we got the podcast going now, doing a lot of other stuff. So YouTube has been an amazing like launching point to other things that I want to do. And I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh, the comments go so fast. Paya, am I saying your name right? I love you. I think you're adorable, and I love your cooking shows. I love your accent. I think we're going to do independent with the book, but that could change. Not really. Shit. Pia? Paya. Have I been saying it wrong this entire time? How do you balance everything? Sometimes I say fuck. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes I say fuck and cry at the same time. No, I take days off. So there are days where it's like I am working from 5 a.m. Pia. I'm working from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. some days. Other days, I am a potato and I do like one or two things briefly and then nothing else. That's how I balance it, you know? It's not all day, every day YouTube. It's, you know, if I'm filming, I might film one day out of the week, but I might film 4 videos that day. So yeah, I just have like a really good schedule with it. And then I have to, you know, dance around the depression, because some days I don't feel like filming. Some days I allow myself to have those days. I allow myself to not work. I did start a podcast, the Jessica Camp podcast. I have a podcast, Patreon, 2 channels, a lot of stuff going on at TikTok. We're at 730,000 on TikTok. That's like, how? I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I have no freaking idea. What was I saying? So yeah, the days where mentally I can't, I don't. I let myself have a day where I'm not doing anything. Oh my gosh. I saw one question and then it disappeared really fast. Hold on. Do you put a lot of money into your channel or do you limit it? It depends. Like, come here. Come here. This is the Joe Rogan mic. That bitch costs $400. My cameras cost hundreds of dollars. Lighting costs a lot of money. Backdrops cost money. The microphones I have, you know what I mean? So that kind of stuff definitely costs. I have an editor. I definitely reinvest the money that I make on YouTube back into YouTube, if that makes sense. Because I want you guys to have the best quality content. Like, you deserve it. You're watching me every day. You deserve the camera quality to be good and the audio to be good. And like, you know, it started on my phone. It started on my phone. There's no sound. When do we get to meet Jason in Hollywood? So I officially announced on Patreon Jason's release date. I have a Zoom scheduled with Hollywood soon. She's a little nervous. It's very intimidating, you guys. Like, she's an older woman, and this internet stuff is like, whoa, you're doing what? Like, I can't expect all of my friends and family to like want to get into this, but you guys will see a clip from Hollywood because I'm working on a video where my friends and family talk about addiction. So yeah, you guys are gonna see Hollywood, and she actually appeared in a video at the end of a video months ago. I forget what video it was. If y'all know what I'm talking about, please let me know. Help a girl out. I film a lot of videos. She had a cameo. I think it might have been the stinger when I was making a stinger. Yeah, because she was like, "Bitch, you're gonna electrocute yourself. Stop it. Calm down. Like, don't do it." So yeah, she was in the video where I was making a stinger, but I know that you guys don't know what I'm talking about because that video tanked. Tanking. Yeah, I've heard all of Tom McDonald's music. Yep. I have. I'm a fan. I'm a Tom McDonald fan. I actually got to talk to him one time on Instagram. Oh my God, I lost signal. Ah! No. That's like ride or die for real. I lost signal, ran outside. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. What faith is Jen? Ask Jen. Can Reese put his arms down all the way? Oh, that's so cute. You guys remember that? That was the first thing I ever said to Reese. I started this job and I was just staring at him. And I'm like, that's the first thing I ever said to him. But I'm looking at him from across the room and I'm like, this guy is fucking huge. I wonder if he can put his arms down all the way. Because I had watched him like get up and walk from, I guess he went to the bathroom or something. And I'm like, I'm gonna ask him. Definitely. It's all I can think about. And people are like trying to train me to do this job. And I'm like, I just have to fucking ask this guy if he, like, it's bothering me. You know, how does he live? How do you live, bruh, if you can't put your arms down all the way? Because his lats are so big. So he got up one time and I was like, hey, can you put your arms down all the way? And he's like, yeah, kinda. I'm like, he's cool. He cannot. He doesn't realize how large he is until other people stare at him. It's like, dude, you're massive. Like, what do you mean? How do you not realize it? In like a cool bodybuilder way, of course. You might be listening. Basically, I'm going to blend until it feels like my arm is going to fall the actual off. And then I'm going to add more green and blend more until it feels like I'm going to die. So, funny story, in the vlog on Tuesday, I bought some plants. Spoiler alert, I bought plants. And it's been 3 days and they're already fucking dying. Like, they just don't like my energy. I've watered them. They're in sun. They just don't like me. I don't know how the fuck I've kept humans alive when these plants are like, oh, we're in Jessica's house. Like, just, I don't understand it. And all my friends are like plant people. All of them. Jen is a plant person. Reese's mom, oh my God, Reese's mom has the most beautiful yard, all these overgrowing plants. His sister is a big plant person. All of my friends, you know, my friend Dig, he's got like this, he's got a green thumb like I've never freaking seen. He can grow tomatoes and stuff. Matt's a plant guy. Y'all have met Matt. All of my friends are plant people. I'm not overwatering them, Crystal. I swear, I read the instructions. It's a fucking money tree is what it's called. You water it once a month and it's been 2 days and it's already dying. All of my friends are plant people. All of them. What does Jessica grow? Cactuses. Like, for the love of God. I also have succulents and they're looking a little depressed too. I just got them. Like, you can't kill succulents until you bring them into my home. And then they're like, I can't. Maybe it's my anxiety. Like, maybe they know that I have anxiety. I don't know, dude. I don't know, bro. They're on to the anxiety. I'm also a Virgo that kills every plant. Oh my gosh, that makes me feel so much better. I've killed succulent before. You know what's crazy? Wrong lighting? What kind of lighting is the right kind of lighting, Ashley? What am I supposed to do? What do I do, man? What was I gonna say? I was just gonna say something super funny, I swear. Nope, lost it. I totally forgot. If I could change something about my past, I would change nothing. Oh, I would change nothing because it made me who I am. And I don't regret my past. I'm not proud of my past, but I'm also not ashamed of my past. I had a turtle one time. Took a hard left turn. So I had a turtle on Mag Crew. It was given to me by my GM, Joey. You guys are going to see Joey too in an upcoming video. And I was supposed to outlive that fucking turtle. Okay? His name is Fred. I don't know what happened to him. R.I.P. Fred. I hope you're somewhere living your best life. But, you know, I wasn't in the best place mentally, and I don't know what happened to Fred. But he was a very cool little guy, and I lost him. I don't know how. Okay, so that's basically it for my eyeshadow. But I'm going to throw some of the evergreen. This one right there. Poor Fred, I know. I know. No one should have given me Fred. It was not my fault. Are you allowed weed plants? Yeah. So if you're medical, if you have a medical card, you can grow 5 plants. 5 is the limit. I don't think they regulate that, honestly, but I'm not going to do that. You know why? Even though it's a weed, I would somehow find a way to kill it. It's not a good idea. Plants are just not safe here. Try an aloe plant, dude. I'm just so done. they're not safe. Cousin's turtle. Okay, that's gone. Do you get more hate on YouTube or TikTok? TikTok, because my videos land on the For You page sometimes, and then people that don't know me or my story will just catch a random video about like soap in prison or showering in prison or like rules in prison. Like they'll catch some random shit that I talk about and they'll not know my story, and then like they hate on me. You know what I mean? So I get a lot more hate on TikTok. Okay, what do we think about the eyeshadow? I'm like literally just going to Instagram and doing a thing for Adam. That's all. So it doesn't have to look that glamorous right now. Oh my gosh. The comments go so fast. Did I find my prison journal? Yeah, I did a recent video. Recent, relative term. I did a video with it. Why do people hate you? Just scroll on. I know. Like I will disappear on TikTok so fast. Like you just go boop, and I'm gone. That's it. That's all you gotta do, dude. I will never bother you again. I've had to start turning off the comments on some videos because, hi Gemma, thank you for tuning in. I've had to turn off the comments on some videos because I talked about men patting women down, and then here come a bunch of like weirdos that are like, so what? Don't break the law. And I'm like, no, I get it. Like I'm out. I made it. I'm good. I'm talking about like men being handsy and feeling up women and not patting them down correctly. Like I don't understand. Or if I talk about like the conditions in prison, everyone's go-to response is you shouldn't have broken the law. When I talk about the state breaking the law for not having clean water, or I talk about correctional officers breaking the law, they're like, don't break the law and you won't have to deal with it. No, I know. Like clearly I'm not in prison. It's not about me. It's about the men and women that are left behind. The men and women that don't have access to clean water, the men and women that are being, assaulted verbally, physically, emotionally, sexually. Like that's what we're talking about, bro. I'm good. It's not about me. I'm home. I could have very easily just moved on and forgot all about it and not talked about prison reform, not advocated for it, and just like lived my life. You know what I mean? It's not about me. It's not about me. But I use my story to help people understand, And the weirdest thing to me is like, we glorify all these shows. Lock Up, 60 Days In, Locked Up Abroad, Orange is the New Black, Wentworth, like Prison Break. There's so many shows about prison that people love. But then when people that have lived it hit the street and go on the internet and talk about their experience, they're like, just don't break the fucking law. Bah! It's like, this is the person that loves Orange is the New Black. Like, I'm telling you what's real and what's not. I lived it. I experienced it. Like, what? What? Bro, calm down. Like, what are you talking about? Quick question, can I donate large amounts to water bottles? Okay, so when it comes to donating anything to a prison or a jail in your area, just call them and ask, is there anything you need? Is there anything I can donate? Is there anything you could use? Can I donate stuff for the women, feminine hygiene products and things like that? Just call and ask. Can I donate books? Can I donate clothes for people being released? Some states, they just make you mail home your clothes, or they just throw away your clothes if you can't afford to mail them home. Which, what do you think happened to me? I'm like, nope, just throw it out. It barely fits me anyway. Kiki asked, how do you plan on using your degree now that you've graduated? I use it in everything that I do. I use it in motivational speaking. I use it on content creating, prison reform advocacy. I use it in everything that I do. And because I am my own boss and I don't have like a job that I like check into, people think I'm not using it, but I am. Don't be alarmed. I just feel like if my forehead was shorter, I would just be happier. Like, why is it so large? Come on. I'm sorry. It's something contour can't fix. I've seen people that have gotten hair surgeries, and I'm like, you are so effing brave. Like, I couldn't. I know I got one surgery done. I literally had to lie to myself to get it done. And it took me 15 years to get the courage to do it. So we're just going to have to contour this bitch like forever. For the rest of ever, because you're acting like you have a 5 head. I do. Girl, what are you talking about? I don't want to touch it because I just put stuff on it. It's fine though. Now what am I doing? Where's my thing? Look what I got, by the way. I just wanted to see if it really was good. We'll get to it. What surgery did I do? I had breast augmentation surgery. 5 head. It's fine. It's just who I am at this point. Could you do a video on your first week in prison? Did I do that already? Sometimes I feel like sometimes I literally can't remember what videos I filmed and what videos I haven't filmed. It's hard too because I do TikToks about everything I talk about on YouTube, and it's like, did I film that for TikTok or did I film that for YouTube? It's so hard to remember. But if I haven't made that video, absolutely. There's also a couple of videos I have to refilm that I took down a lot, like 2 years ago. You did that already? My first week in prison or my first year out of prison? Very different experiences. I'm like trying to read your comments and also trying to do all this. Where are my kids? Okay. I would just like to encourage you to not ask women if you see them without their children. Don't ask them where they are. The only reason I'm saying that is because no one ever has asked Reese ever in his life where our kids are. You know what I mean? He has never gotten that question. So I would just like to encourage you to not ask me that question, and also not to ask me when I want or if I want more kids because we struggle with secondary infertility. You know what I mean? What's so funny is like Reese didn't understand that. I'm like, are people asking you how you work outside of the home and have kids? He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. Are people like, yo, bro, where are your kids? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, just answer the question. Has anyone ever asked you where your kids are? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay. When you have a uterus, it never ends. Like when you've had children, people always ask you where your kids are, if you want more kids, if you want kids, period. Where are they? What are they doing? How come they're not attached to your body right now? If you don't have kids, it's like, when is it going to happen? Your clock is ticking. There's a lot of pressure on women around children, and you know what I mean? But I wish I could have recorded asking him that because the look on his face was so freaking cute. He was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yes or no? Yes or no, bro? Oh, thank you for the super chat. Much love to you and yours. Thank you. How come they're not attached to your body right now? Oh my gosh. So Riley was a very tough baby. She, I feel like you guys are having like conversations and I'm so confused because I'm only catching some of them. Riley was a very tough baby, and I had to carry her in this backpack because she didn't want to get put down. So basically I felt like I was like 18 months pregnant because I was like carrying this baby everywhere on my body. It was the only thing that calmed her down. So I remember working on my bachelor's degree, typing up my papers with this baby attached to my body at all times. And it's like, oh my God, like I'm being milked so she can survive. She's attached to my body all the time. It was very hard. It was very hard. I had postpartum depression with both of my babies, and yeah, but Riley was colicky, and then we discovered she had acid reflux, and then as soon as we figured that out, then she started teething. So it was like, oh my God. She cried for a year straight. No matter what we did to calm her down, she cried and screamed and cried and screamed, and plot twist, she's 4 and she's still crying. She still cries a lot. But yeah, the first year of her life was the hardest year of our relationship, of my life, of, you know, not hardest year of my life, hardest year of my life as a parent. You know, like the stress of not knowing how to calm down your own child. And then the advice that I was getting, everyone was like, just love her. I'm like, no, I do love her, but she won't stop crying. Just love her, Jessica. Just calm down. Just breathe. It's fine. Just love them. And I'm like, if you tell me just love this baby one more time, I might go crazy. So it took a long time. Okay. The neighbor has 2 girls too, and their youngest, same thing, always crying. And I'm always like, the Hunger Games, like, just be strong. I hear it constantly. And I, would jump in to help if she asked me to in a second, because girl, I was there. So, instead of judging a mom for their kids screaming at the top of their lungs in public, please know that mom is more stressed out than you could ever fucking be. Maybe it's inconvenient to hear a screaming baby, but that mom is so overwhelmed. So be like, do you want me to hold her? I'll volunteer to hold any baby in public, at the nail salon. If you bring your baby in and the baby was sleeping and then it starts crying and you're trying to get your nails done, mama, I'll hold the baby. Just get your nails done. There looks, I've missed a lot of things. I've missed a lot of things in this chat. I'm sorry. Once yelled at a lady in Walmart telling a mother to shut her kid up. Once yelled at a lady in Walmart for telling a mother. Yo, I would have politely asked her not to do that. Just kidding. I'm reformed. I would never. Why do people do that? Like, that mother is stressed out. She wants her kid to not do that too. You're never going to be more stressed out than the mother of a crying baby on an airplane or in Walmart at a nail salon. Put some freaking headphones in. This highlight. I can't see it because of all the comments. But I don't know if you guys can even tell. I should come to Amsterdam. I should. Oh, one day I'm going to tell you about a second. Okay, that's gone. Eyelashes. It's the best mascara ever. It's the Essence by Lash. I keep trying, for some whatever reason, keep trying different mascaras. I don't know why I bother. This is the best. This is the best. We have 300 people in the chat and 100 likes. Can we get the likes up? It really helps the channel when you like the videos. Or you can thumbs down. That's fine. I understand. Got to do it with your mouth open. 200 of y'all are slipping. No, it's okay. I forget to do it too. Have you been canceled and how do you react? Haven't been canceled yet. It's probably coming. I'm sure I've said something that has pissed people off. Oh no. Me thinking about all the things I've said. I don't think I've been canceled. Here's the thing. If people want to cancel me for me being who I am and being authentic and being like real, then fuck it. You know what I mean? That was going to happen regardless. But if I like make a mistake or like do something that isn't genuine or true to me, then it's like, damn, you know what I mean? Like that's going to sting. But I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. That is Kurt Cobain quote. Please, please hate me for who I am. That's fine. I don't put on a face. I don't put on a mask. This is my personality. This is who I am. And that was my alarm. I don't know if you heard it. Oh, cat called? Oh, I thought I said canceled. Well, the comments go too fast. Have I been cat called? Yeah. It went so fast. It looked like canceled. You know what I hate? You know what I hate? I hate when men tell me to smile. Like, I will... Don't tell me to smile. Ew, it's gonna... If you tell me to smile, my face automatically goes like this. Like... Telling me to smile is not going to make me smile, bro. It's not. That's the face you're gonna get. Like, Frankie with the $5 super chat. Hey, Jess, I know you're incredibly busy, but if you could please take a few moments to hear my story and possibly give me some advice. Here's the thing. I try. I actually got a comment last week from someone that said, can you do a video on why you don't respond to emails? And like that hurt my heart so much because between emails, YouTube comments on 2 channels, DMs on Instagram, TikTok comments, Facebook messages, my mail, it's so overwhelming. And I try to respond to as many people as I can. But it's very difficult. So if I haven't responded to you, the best thing that you can do is email me. That's probably the fastest way that I'm going to see it. Because my DMs are insane, or just keep sending it. You know, that's not going to bother me if you keep sending it. So, but I can try. If you've emailed me, just send it so it gets to the top of my email, and I'll try my best. You just simply can't keep up with it. Yeah, I mean, at first it was so hard and it was so overwhelming, but then when I realized like you just can't. It got a little bit easier, you know? At first you want to read every comment, respond to everyone, respond to every DM, and you can because it's like 10. You know what I mean? Like 10 a day. And like that's great. You can respond to 10 a day. And I'm like, I'm always going to read all my comments. I'm always going to respond to DMs. Like I want to do that. And then when it's like, if you don't put down this phone that you've been on for 3 hours, your head's gonna hurt. Like it's already too much. You have to put the phone down. You have to step away. You have to walk away. So when it comes to balance, that is so important to step away and to detach from it all. As much as I want to respond, I know mentally I can't. And sometimes it causes anxiety knowing all of the DMs that are coming in. So that is really, really, really hard. And I don't want to hire someone to respond to DMs that are not business, because if you are asking me for advice, which I don't recommend, I'm probably going to tell you to dump him. If you're asking me for advice, I don't want like an assistant or something to respond to you. I don't like that. So if you get a response, it is from me. I wrote that email. I read your email. I responded to your email. That was from me. And I don't want anyone else to ever respond to you guys. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to talk to me, so. Neighbors are playing bubbles. Why did I hate the curl lash curler? It just keeps the curl longer. I think Reese is on TikTok. I hear him. Since he's not watching me, why do men listen to the volume of their phones on fucking full blast all the time? I am upstairs. He's in the living room. It's like 2 flights of stairs down. I can hear his phone. We'll be in bed and he'll have his phone blasting, full blast. I can't hear my TikToks over your TikToks, bruh. Stop it. Stop. Guys are deaf. It's like, do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? Why do I hear that? He loves, what's the guy on TikTok? I don't know if you guys know this. It's like, put it on a cracker, dude. Put it on a cracker, dude. That guy. I don't know if you know who that is. Probably not. Also, what I've noticed, this is super random. When it comes to how do your daughters react to JoJo Siwa coming out? They don't know. They haven't asked. They haven't seen anything. They don't know. If they ask me, I'm going to let them know that means that you can love anyone you want to love. If one of my daughters was in LGBTQ plus group, we're making a cake. You can love whoever you want. TikTokers. I've met a lot of YouTubers in my life. I'm just now starting to meet TikTokers. You guys, TikTokers, the whole conversation is, do you know this TikToker? Do you know this guy? Do you know this girl? Do you know this? Have you seen them? No, I haven't. TikTok is toxic as fuck. I try not to stay on there too long. You know what I mean? Because people are like, you're a junkie. And I'm like, no, I used to be, but I'm better now. No, fuck you, always junkie. That's the conversation a lot of times. So I try to not stay on there. But TikTokers are like all about TikTok. And they're constantly like doing stuff on their phone. And I'm like, hold on. I know I'm technically a TikToker now, but I don't feel like I'm anything. TikTokers are like filming on their phone. They're like all about it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, cool. I was going to film some stuff if you wanted to. No pressure. They're just on their phone the whole time. Like this giant ass camera. So I was going to film some stuff. I really wasn't trying to make you feel. No, you're good, girl. You're good. Thank you for all your hard work. Here's one more. You don't have to send me super chats. Just email me and I'll try my best to get back to you. And if I don't see it, just keep sending it. It's not bothering me at all because I didn't see the other ones. So it might feel like you're harassing me. You're not. I have seen Prison Break. Yep. Okay. Still working on the brows. Favorite candy. I really like Milky Ways. Do you want to hear a meth story about that? Probably not. No, you do. You probably do. So I was like really, yeah, I still talk to Christina. We're cool. So I was really sick. I was really bad. And sometimes I wouldn't eat. And sometimes, all the time. And I would go into the store. There was like this little bodega at this trailer park on Midland and Albert Pike in Fort Smith. And they always sold baggies. And I would always I'm like, I can't just buy baggies. It's like, they don't care. They don't care what you buy. It's in here. They're selling it. They're going to sell it to you. No one cares. But like, I overthink everything. And I'm like, I have to buy something else. I would always buy a Mountain Dew and a Milky Way, devour that in 3 seconds because I was like, I was better about like I felt better when I had that increase of sugar because I wasn't eating. So I would like eat a Milky Way, drink a Mountain Dew, and go on about my day. Now I hate soda. I cannot drink soda. I think it's the grossest thing in the world. It literally tastes like cavities. Like it burns to even drink it. I cannot stand it. Hold up, what's a baggie? It's a you know like a bag, little bag that you anyway, so I'm from New York, right? And when you're at a gas station in the South, you're like getting stuff, or at a grocery store in the South, people will ask you if you want a sack in the South. So one day when I realized this is happening, the first time I was traveling around, I was pretty up there, had been up there, it was pretty high. And this gas station attendant is like, you want a sack? And I'm like, what? A sack? Do you want a sack? I'm like, oh my God, she keeps saying that. I don't know what she's saying. So then like I start to get really fucking nervous because I'm like, what is she saying? What is she saying? What does she mean? You know, and I'm like looking around for someone to help me with this. I don't understand what that means. You know, so I already asked her what twice. And I'm like, I don't know what you mean. And then she finally was like, for your things, do you want a sack for your things? I'm like, a bag? And she goes, yes. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I want a bag. This is the weirdest interaction with another human being ever. And that was probably one of the first times I realized you are not in New York anymore, girl. Like, get it together, you know? But I was like, I thought something was wrong with I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. So in line with that storytelling, I was in like Kentucky or some shit, and I was with a magazine crew. You want a sack? What are you talking about? I was really, 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 really hungover and tired and just not feeling it from the day before. You know, I have to go to work today and I feel like actual garbage. Like 98% sure my boss didn't want any liquor in the hotel because they did shit like that. Like, okay, tell me I can't have it and I'm going to rush and get it. So I was really hungover and we went to this diner and I asked for a bagel, and this in a hurry, very busy waitress who had no time for a bunch of 18-year-olds coming in, like whatever. I was like, oh, I'll just get a bagel and cream cheese. She goes, sweetheart, we got biscuits and toast. And I'm like, what? What? We got biscuits and toast. And I'm like, neither one of those things are even close to a bagel. What? I don't understand. Oh yeah, the highlight, I know you guys were mentioning it. I don't even know how I got it because it's sold out on Ulta. But I got it. And it was for free. So I used my points. New York bagels are so good. If you've never had a New York bagel, you haven't lived. Like, it's so good. It's so good. Do you like Prison Break? No, I think no. If you're a big fan of the show, I'm so sorry, but I don't like prison shows. You know what show I did like? What show I think is the best show ever? Breaking Bad. It's not that they trigger me. It's just that it's like funny, like how serious they're being with this fake ass shit. Like if you've lived it and you've gone to prison, you've gone through all of that, you're just like, this is, I can't take it seriously. Orange is the New Black. The first season was okay. And then I got sick of it and it got even more out there. And don't know what U is. I've heard a lot about it. I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't actually seen it. Didn't watch The Vampire Diaries. I'm not a huge show person, movie person. I like to read. So I would much rather lay in bed and read and relax and have like some essential oils and like, you know what I mean? Like zen, like clean room that's like quiet and I can read. No screens, you know? If I've watched a recent show, it's literally because Reese is watching it. So I have seen The Queen's Gambit. I have seen Bridgerton. Game of Thrones was dope. I loved that show. That was great. But if it was just up to me, I would have no idea about any of that stuff. So yeah, the only reason I watch it is because I live with someone that loves shows, movies, and all of that. So it's just like on. The only time I want cable is during football season. That's the only time I care about cable. Or I'll watch like Chopped or something. My ideal date? Listen. My ideal date. You know those, I can't say the fucking word. You know those like, I'm gonna butcher the name of this. Just let it go. Just move on. The cheese and meat and boards. I think like Netflix and chill, but like those like, someone just fucking spell it so everyone in the chat knows what I'm talking about. Charcuterie boards? Is that close? With like the olives and the grapes and the cheese and the meat and the crackers, like that. Like snacks, Netflix and chill. Yeah, see? Spelling it is way worse because it's definitely, Sarah, it's definitely not spelled like that. Yeah. That would be like my ideal date, you know? Or like something, I don't know, charcuterie. Cheese board. You don't need to be fancy. Can a bitch try? Can I just try? That would be good. Or like a nice dinner, like it depends on the mood. So like a nice dinner, maybe in the city. Or I'm cool with some snacks and some Netflix, you know? It's the effort. You know what I mean? Like if he puts in the effort for a date night, I don't give a shit if it's at the house. I don't care if it's on the back of a truck in a drive-in movie. Like if he puts in the effort for date night, that's awesome. Just don't fucking ask me what I want to eat, dude. You know I don't know. You know I don't know. Anything with food and I'm in. It doesn't matter. But don't ask me. Don't. I don't know. I don't want to plan the date. I don't want to do all this and then have to pick a restaurant too. Put some fucking effort in. My favorite meal? Oh, that's hard. It depends on the mood I'm in, you know? Like, sometimes it's tacos. Sometimes it's sushi. I don't know. How do I deal with toxic people in my life that I can't get rid of? Block them. That was aggressive. I'm sorry. We block them. That's how we deal with toxic people. And I've gotten a lot of hate from that, from talking about blocking my sister. A lot of people wanted to take the opportunity to say like the situation, I don't know if y'all know the situation, but my sister has always been very toxic to me. And for years into my sobriety, I allowed her to talk crap, put me down, be nasty to me even in front of my children. And I always allowed her that because I know that she's not in a good place. I know that she just had, I don't want to say too much about her life, but I know that like a lot of the stuff that she was saying had nothing to do with me. And she always has felt like it's some kind of contest. And it got really bad, and she keyed my brand new car the last time I saw her, and I was like, you know what, this is it. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I've tried. I've tried and tried and tried. So what I'm going to do, hold on, Laura, I saw that question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove myself from the situation because it's mentally so hard and I need to let it go. I need to let it go. And I need to like let her know that I have boundaries. And I did tell her, you cannot say that my degree is a waste of money and I'm stupid for getting it. You can't say that to me anymore. You can't say like that I will relapse and that it's just a matter of time before I get high. You can't say these things to me. It's not okay. It's not okay to put me down in front of my children. It's not. So when it continued to happen, I blocked her. And I'm telling you right now, the weight that was lifted after I did that was like I just felt so much better when I decided like I've put up with this far too long and now I'm not going to deal with it. You can't sit around. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but don't tell me. You can't sit around and talk crap about me to my ex and then tell me how you had a great time talking shit about me and he thinks I'm garbage too. Like that's not normal. Like this is not okay. And yeah, so toxic is toxic. I don't care if it's family or not. If it's interfering with your mental health, block, set boundaries. And if they can't stick to those boundaries, you stick to them. And that's just the best advice I could possibly give you. Toxic friends, toxic family, you deserve so much better. And you know, that's all I got. How is Voldemort? I don't know. Oh, the TED Talk. It comes out in like 8 days or 7 days, 6 days. I'm not sure. Follow me on Instagram and you guys will see it. You can register to watch it in real time. Super nervous about it. I wouldn't have high expectations. I'm just saying. We get a dog. I have a rescue, and then my friend Matt, his dog just had dogs. His dog just had babies, and I'm going to get one of those too because I can't say no. And he's like, "Hey, I have puppies. Do you want one?" And I'm like, "Yes." I have no time for a puppy. So we're getting a puppy. The lip color. I mix a bunch of lipsticks together to get the shade. So what I did was I used this Bite lipstick in the color Power Move for my lip like liner. And then I used Juvia's Place in Libra. And then I used the matte lipstick in, holy shit, I can't say that. Laissez Fair. I'm not even going to try. English is hard. You'll do great. Oh, you guys are so supportive. Thank you so much. I'd wait till you see it, but I appreciate it. Pass. Definitely gonna watch TED Talk. The thing is, I was really nervous. I was super, super nervous. Can you speak Spanish? I can speak Dora the Explorer level Spanish, not to brag, mochila. So I can speak some Spanish. I can understand more Spanish than I'm comfortable to speak because some of my friends are mean. My Mexican friends are not mean at all about it. They're like, "You're trying, that's awesome." My white friends are complete assholes about it. Like JC would never say to me, "You said that wrong." My friend Marisol, she would never say, "You said that word wrong." They don't care. They know you're trying. It's the people that the white people that are not like, you know what I mean? Their second language, or Spanish is their second language. People that English is their first language and Spanish is their second language, they're mean. The other way around, they're so nice about it. So yeah, it's awful. I'm trying. How are you doing with your insomnia? My insomnia is so much better. My doctor and my therapist and I found a way to help me with my insomnia, and life has been so good. How many siblings do you have? I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters. So yeah, big family. I am going to do another collab with Larry Lyon. We just don't have it on the schedule yet, so we're not exactly sure when. Soon, eventually, probably. Being Grwm was amazing. Yeah, I'm not though. I mean, are you okay? Yo sé mi español de la calle? No, escuela. The Spanish that I learned in school was like hamburguesa. You know how many times I used hamburguesa in the street? Absolutely fucking never. Never one time needed to order a cheeseburger. I can, but it's absolutely pointless to teach me how to order a cheeseburger. Teach me how to talk to people. You know, like OMG. She smokes weed before smoking weed. It's a good strategy. So yeah, I have a medical marijuana card and I use cannabis in my recovery. Years and years of abstinence was working until it didn't. And I had to, ¿Cómo está bonita? Gracias. Muy bien. ¿Y tú? Years of abstinence was what worked for me until it didn't. And then I had to see a doctor and I had to seek professional help because I was not okay. So yeah. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central, I'm going to be on Cannabis Talk 101 talking about my recovery and what that looks for me and what it looks like for me in my story. So super excited about it. Did you order the new J Star? Nope. Didn't even see it. Do you find that cannabis makes you more depressed? I absolutely do not. I do not. Nor is it a hindrance on my recovery. I'm not addicted to it. I use it to sleep. It is my medicine. That is it. That is all. And I know that not everyone can do that. I know that everyone is different, but this is my medicine and this is what works for me. And I think about it and use it exactly the way that it's intended for my medicine. My Spanish is good. It's not though. Do your girls understand what medical? Okay. My kids are 8 and 4. If you go to the doctor and you get a medication and you're a parent, do you go home and talk about your medication to your children? Probably not, right? They don't care. I'm not going to sit them down and say what kind of medication I'm on. They just care that mommy can, mommy's happy, right? And I'm not waking up feeling exhausted because I got no sleep and I'm not cranky. I'm waking up refreshed and like I had a good night's sleep. Do I still struggle? Yes. I can't cure my PTSD. I can't get rid of that trauma. I can't cure my insomnia and my depression, but I can treat it and I'm treating it right now. So my kids are not going to be like, what kind of medicine are you on? Ever. So, happy mommy that slept and that is mentally okay. My depression and my PTSD and my insomnia all was so tremendous for me that I had suicidal thoughts because I wasn't sleeping. Sleep deprivation will cause you to go crazy. Like it literally makes you insane. And what was even more difficult was like I am with somebody that falls asleep in 3 seconds. So then now I'm like bitter and resentful and mad that Reese falls asleep in 3 seconds. And I'm like, don't you have thoughts, bro? It's not his fault. His body naturally does the thing that it's supposed to do. But my body was not naturally doing that. You know, my brain chemistry says that I'm not getting much serotonin. You know, it's like, sorry, you just can't have that. So, but aren't you supposed to make that naturally, man? And your brain's just like, nah, fuck you. So that's what it feels like. It's like depression and PTSD, it's not just in your mind. You feel it in your body. You feel it in your soul. You're tired. You have no energy. Like you're just, you know what I mean? So I'm doing everything that I possibly can. Please don't tell me to try melatonin. So not that you said that, but like a lot of people will come in and say, try tea, try breathing techniques, try melatonin, try essential oils. You need this, you need that. I've tried everything. Hot tea before bed, exercising before bed. I've tried every single thing for years. And I was exhausted trying all of those other things. It took me years and years to even be comfortable and okay to say maybe cannabis is for me. And even after I said maybe cannabis is for me, I still waited and saw a doctor and went through all of that to be able to have a medical marijuana card. So it took years to get there, years. So yeah, hopefully that answers that. Hopefully I've answered all your questions, but I've been on here for like an hour. Nobody asked what moms you drink a bottle of wine. You know, and some melatonin worked for me for a little while and then it didn't, you know? So everyone is different. Everyone's brain is different. And then when you get online and you say, this is what I'm doing, even though this is my past, people are very judgmental. People don't understand, you know, cannabis has been demonized for decades. We're still having a problem with it. So is this path for everyone? No. Is abstinence for everyone? No. Is medically assisted treatment for everyone? No. Is the 12 steps for everyone? No. Everyone is different. And recovery should be inclusive. And recovery needs to not be a one-size-fits-all thing, because when you tell people you're not sober if you do that, you know what you're doing? You're ostracizing them. You're pushing them out of that community. You're putting them down. Maybe they feel so proud that they're able to sleep and they're taking care of their mental health. They're with their kids. They're building a life. They have a job. Maybe they're so proud of themselves and they're using cannabis in recovery. And they're proud of that. And then what happens is people come along and they shit all over it. That negative mindset of you don't belong with us, you belong over there, you're not like us, your recovery should not be like that. The recovery community should never say that to you. That's not how it works. Those people are not doctors, you know? The only people that I have had trash me coming out of the weed closet are people in recovery. Not all of them. There are plenty of people that support me in the community, but the people that feel some type of way about it, I have noticed a lot of negativity coming from the recovery community. And I think that's not because they mean any harm by it. I don't think they're mean. I don't think they're trying to be malicious. I think that they don't get it, or maybe they're jealous, or maybe they firmly believe one thing. Because that's what has worked for them. Maybe they had a bad experience with cannabis. Maybe they can't smoke it. Maybe, you know, they had a loved one that smoked cannabis and then relapsed on hard things. Like maybe that happened to them. And so their individual experience is making them say these things. And, you know, I'm not mad at them for not understanding or not accepting me. I have not been accepted in that community my entire life. So I knew it was going to happen. But as long as I'm being transparent and true to who I am and honest, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I was so nervous to share that online. And as soon as I did, the second that video went live, I felt so much better, you know, because I want to talk about this. I want to have open conversations about this. I want to let everyone know what works for me and what hasn't worked for me, and that I was struggling, because transparency is my brand. Abstinence is not my brand. Transparency is my brand. So I'm going to jump off of here and go make some lunch. I love you guys. Make sure to subscribe, because if you do, there's like a 50-50 chance that like YouTube will notify you if I upload. It's like Russian roulette for YouTube videos. Bye, you guys. See you later.